I love retro collecting, and the main reason is it takes me back to when I was 7 or 8 years old. Also, when I was 13 and 14, maybe even a little younger. But things that I remember playing with as a kid. Um, the number one thing that I remember was I had a army green Lego carrying case with a snap up lid, and inside it was the Army Tycho Super Blocks, and inside it would be instructions on how to build the combat super tank. The other thing I remember playing with as a kid was the magic knives. They were neon colored handles with neon color retractable switchblades, and you would you would basically stab each other with them. Um, Another thing I remember playing with was it was an orange and black spring action uh, BB gun, but the BBs were rubber, and they were uh, round, and they were yellow. Um, let's see, another thing. Uh, Cap bombs. They were these metal toys, probably about yay long, and you would put a cap on the top of them, and you would throw them into the air, and they would slam against the pavement, and they would make a loud crack. Um, let's see. And then as I got older, um, when I was introduced to my new family, for those who don't know, I was adopted. Not that it's a big deal or anything, but I'm telling you that so I can tell the new part of my life. That was with my old family. So the new part, or the new story, the new um, toys and things that I had when I was a teenager was with the family that I have now. Um, so we had we had laser tag, you know, with the the uh, the chest target that would velcro onto the shoulder harness and the belt, and then the light gun, the black light gun, and and then you would have I think I also had the star base, which was really fucking difficult to take down because it would fire back at you, um, and you had different settings that you could put it on and things like that. Um, let's see. I had a game called Weapons and Warriors, and it was like an attack and defense game. It was the map was all, or the way you would lay it out, it was all on cardboard, or not cardboard, paper, like hardened paper, and it was colored, and you would have one team would be over here, and it would have like a kind of like a triple door thing, and it would have a flag on it, and then the other team would, or the other team would have this round base, and you would have a flag on it, and the idea was to, um, you would fire, each side would fire um, these large, probably about that big around, orange hard plastic balls, and one side would have a catapult, or both sides would have one side would have a catapult, and the other side would have a launcher, and you would try and take each other out, and that was a lot of fun. Um, let's see what else. Um, oh, also back when I was growing up as a kid, I had a. Today they're probably called boom boxes or something along those lines. But when I was growing up, they were called ghetto blasters, and I had a really awesome ghetto blaster, um, and it had a cassette tape deck, and let's see. Then back to when I was a teenager again, I had the Nintendo Power calendar. I think it was from 91 or 92. But um, but yeah, the the cool thing about the reason that I'm telling you this is over the years I've found all these things on eBay. And there was just something emotionally heartwarming about the time that I found the actual Army Green Tycho Superblox combat tank with the instructions in the actual Army Green Lego carrying case. And I remember the day I got it in the mail, and I took it out and I set it up, or I set it on my table and I opened it up. Guys, I had almost tears pouring down my face because it was so emotionally rad to be actually looking at something and getting ready to build something and play with that I hadn't seen, let alone touched, in 39 years. And then, of course, in the 80s and 90s, you had MTV and you had cartoons and everything else. And so the way that I collect for that is I have a massive collection of shirts with my favorite cartoons on it, some of my favorite movies, some of my favorite TV shows like MTV, Beavis and Butthead, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare, things like that. And that is why I love retro collecting.